The HAIMER 3D sensor is an essential tool for any machinist's toolbox. It doubles as both a 3-axis edge finder and measuring tool in one. Tram in workpieces in X, Y, and Z, check surface flatness, and quickly measure dimensions. And because the probe tip diameters of the HAIMER 3D sensor are pre-calibrated with the sensor itself, there is no need for calculating offsets. 0 on the indicator equals 0 on the machine control. Accuracy is within 4/10,000ths of an inch. Plus, the shock-resistant construction and certified IP67 water-resistant rating makes these sensors ideal for setup in manual or CNC machining centers. To adjust concentricity relative to the spindle, begin by placing a standard indicator perpendicular to the sensor tip. Rotate the sensor to determine the degree of runout present. Once you've identified the position of runout, use the set screws located at the top of the sensors to make any adjustments. As a tip, when loosening one side, remember to tighten the set screw on the opposite side. Once you have the desired runout accuracy, you're ready to begin using the HAIMER 3D sensor. Setting X, Y, Z is as easy as 1, 2, 3. To locate in X, position the probe next to the part on the side of your choice. Next, move the part into the direction of the probe tip. When the black and red hands are both positioned at 0, the edge of the part is in alignment with the center axis of the machine. You can now define X0 on your control or coordinate display. No math, no adding or subtracting half the diameter of the probe tip. To locate in Y, just repeat these steps with the probe tip located in the proper position in front or behind the part. Since the HAIMER 3D sensor always faces forward, there's no need for mirrors or leaning awkwardly into machines to locate, measure, or align the backside of parts. If you want to locate in Z, just position the probe tip above the desired area of the part, then bring the sensor down until the black and red hands both come to 0. Again, when the black and red hands are both positioned at 0, the edge of the part is in alignment with the center axis of the machine. The 3D sensor can also be used to measure straightness and flatness of parts to ensure they are square and level. To check for straightness, jog the probe tip along the side of the part and watch the movement on the dial to determine accuracy. Then make any adjustments as needed. This operation can be performed on all 3 axes. With the HAIMER 3D sensor, measuring part features like pocket depths is quick and easy. To measure the depth of this pocket, simply touch the sensor off to the top of the surface until the black and red hands come to 0. Adjust Z0 on your control or display screen to 0. Then move the sensor to the bottom of the pocket until the black and red hands arrive at 0. Now the value of Z on your control illustrates the depth of the pocket. Need to find the center of a bore? First, position the probe tip anywhere in the feature. Next, measure the distance in one axis. In this case, we will measure X first. Once you determine the distance, move the sensor back half that distance to arrive at the center of X. Now, without changing X, repeat these steps in Y. Once you have moved the sensor back half the distance in Y, you are aligned with the center of the bore. All HAIMER 3D sensors have an over-travel distance of 200,000ths. This is shown on every display. In cases of over-travel, the ceramic shafts in these sensor tips are designed to fracture in order to save the sensor itself from getting damaged. The HAIMER 3D sensors are available in several different models, in both inch and metric options. The HAIMER 3D sensors come standard with one short probe tip as well as a longer optional probe tip if desired. For more information on selecting the right 3D sensor for your application, contact us.